Hi, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Jen.
And this is another great episode of the Passion for Action Show. This is a show spotlighting those who are using their passion for health, fitness, or running to make a positive impact. Today's guest has a very significant connection to our shirts here, the color purple. Why is that, darling?
This is for Pancreatic Cancer Awareness.
Yep. And she ran 52 marathons in 52 weeks to fundraise for Pancreatic Cancer Research. Why did she do it?
Let's find out
in
this episode.
So let's head on over and meet Julie Weiss, also known as
the Marathon Goddess.
Julie Weiss.
Hey!
The Marathon Goddess. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited and honored to be here with you guys. You're amazing. And in purple.
Yes, we're all, this is what all the cool kids wear, you know.
Right?
So on a little side note, before we get started, we had the honor of watching the marathon movie last night? What is it called?
Spirit of the Marathon 2.
Yes, Spirit of the Marathon 2 last night, where you're one of the featured guests or stars of the movie. Yeah, and we were so like, well, first of all, she was impressed by how much energy you had while running this Rome marathon. But we had a funny question. It's like, that guy that was kind of telling you to stop talking, did he eventually become friends with you, or was that the whole time?
Yeah, it was so funny because honestly, I didn't know what he was saying to me because he was talking and he was speaking in Italian and he was just doing like his hand gestures like this. And I'm like, yes, oh my God, you're amazing. Keep going. And he's telling me to stop talking. I had no idea. And when they were like doing the editing and producers couldn't stop laughing. But yeah, if you noticed at the end, he came up and gave me a kiss at the end. So it was hugging a kiss at the finish line. And
so cute.
you're only like, you're like 2 feet taller than him. So
that was so funny. Oh my gosh. And then that one guy who's like, come marry me. And oh my God.
Yeah, kept flipping arms and then just running with you. And I'm like, oh no. Like,
David, love you. Oh, it was so much fun though. I mean, it was just all good fun and such an honor to be a part of that movie. They really took a chance on me because, how do they know I was going to finish those 52 marathons? Hi.
Exactly.
No, I might not have finished, but they did, they never even thought I wouldn't, which is really nice.
Their intuition was correct.
Yeah.
So let's go back to where it all started. So you completed 52 marathons in 52 weeks, all for pancreatic cancer. So the first question is, what even motivated you to start running in the first place? And then how did that evolve into you becoming the Marathon Goddess?
Thank you. It's a great question. Actually, I started running back in 2007 when I was a single mom, raising 2 kids, teenage kids, and I was just unhealthy, eating a lot of junk food, very depressed, going through the motions of my daily life. And I knew I needed a change because I was, taking extra strength antidepressants is what the doctor had subscribed, and I was like, okay, up the dosage, they said. And I was, it wasn't good for me. Antidepressants do help a lot of people and it may have saved my life back then. But also, I was putting on weight, just feeling lethargic and just stuck. And I went on a vacation with my parents and we were going to Hawaii and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to start running and I'm going to get healthy. And of course, my dog helped too. When I got Jessie, my dog, she became my first running partner ever. So, we would run a little when I first got her. So she's amazing. And when I went to Hawaii and I did that first run on the beach, I first of all thought I was going to die. I was like, I did the run. It was amazing. I felt great, invigorated by the ocean and the sand and all that good stuff. But when I was done, I thought I had done I don't know, a few 10 miles, whatever. I didn't know. I did like maybe a mile, and I was, and I collapsed on the sand. I was like gasping for air, but
Wow.
I was invigorated. I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I feel alive though. This is amazing. So I did it again the next day. And every day when I was in Hawaii, I would run, and I ended up, tossing the antidepressants because running became my new antidepressant.
Wow.
And I made a pact that when I came back to Santa Monica, I would continue running. I was 37. I had found something that truly like lit my soul on fire. I was happy again. I had no idea what this was going to turn into. Well, maybe a little, but I was just super, just grateful just to feel alive again.
How did that lead into the marathon goddess? I know you got to jump forward a little bit.
Yes. Well, so not only was the running, I'm looking at the ocean, good for my soul, but it was good for, my body and my waistline. So I ended up losing about 35 pounds, and I started training with my girlfriend, and she's like, oh my gosh, we should do a triathlon. I was like, what is a triathlon? But okay. And I crossed that first finish line, hands went up automatically, or I just thought that's what you do with the finish line. And I loved the running the most. And so I decided to sign up for a half marathon and finish that. And I thought, well, if I could do 13.1, what's stopping me from doing a full 26.2 mile?
A double, no big deal.
Yeah, I was like, I can do that, right? So my father actually became my biggest fan. He was super proud of me. And I was proud of myself, like for the first time in a very long time. And I signed up for the LA Marathon in 2008. I started training for that in December for a March race. Don't do that. Because when I crossed that finish line, I was unrecognizable. And I swore I would never do another marathon. But it wasn't until about 2 days or weeks later, I decided to sign up for another one and redeem myself. That happens a lot. And I just started running more marathons, marathon after marathon, because I was a little ignorant. I thought like the more marathons you run, the faster you get. And in my mind, somehow I thought I was just going to qualify for Boston. I didn't know. It's fine. I just was having fun. And I think that's how the Marathon Goddess thing was born, because I saw it on a shirt at an expo, the word, the Marathon Goddess. And I looked it up to see if that was taken, and it was available. So
wow.
Because somebody had called me that, I guess. So I was like, oh, okay, I love that name, but it wasn't just about me. Marathon Goddess is about embracing your passion, embracing whatever it is that you love to do, and letting that shine, so you can be a marathon goddess, you can be a gardening, cooking, dancing, whatever it is your passion is. And that's what I think about the marathon. I'm like, you're the marathon goddess. I'm like, no, you're also a marathon goddess. We're all, whatever it is you love to do. So I got to about marathon 16, 17, and that's when I met David. He helped me to actually train correctly to qualify for the Boston Marathon. And my dad was, always rooting for me, no matter what my time was. He was always super proud. It didn't matter to him. He was just so proud of me that, I was running and I was happy and life was good again. And we had this relationship that we got closer, my dad and I, because growing up, it wasn't perfect, as you may find out in my book. But anyways, yeah, so he was my biggest fan, and we had this goal that I was going to qualify for Boston, and he was going to come with me and see me qualify. Sadly, I did the Long Beach Marathon in 2010, and I missed Boston by like 2 minutes.
So close.
Yeah, I was so close. And I stopped to give David a hug. I gave Rod Dixon a hug. I was like, I probably would qualified had I not done that. So I was disappointed, but not nearly, sadly, I was disappointed and devastated that when I heard the news, like the next day, that my dad had been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and that there was nothing the doctors could do. And I was like, no, you're going to beat this thing, and you're going to come with me at another race coming up, Sacramento, and you're going to see me qualify. So we got it. We made the reservations, all that good stuff. But his health was deteriorating, and sadly, just 35 days after his diagnosis, my father passed away. But 10 days after that, I ran that Sacramento marathon because he told me, no matter what, Julie, just keep training. Don't change anything on account of me. Just keep going. So I'm all getting goosebumps. 10 days after he passed, I ran that Sacramento race, and I finally, on my 19th attempt, I qualified for Boston, 3 hours and 47 minutes, 19 seconds. And
Wow.
Hi, here's a picture. Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yay.
I love it.
And I was pointing to my dad in heaven because I knew he was there with me. I knew it. He was the wind at my back. It was like one of those races where like the stars it was just like, I kissed the ground. I was so
perfect
and sad. It was like bittersweet, but then I ran Boston, and after that I knew that I had to do something. I had to do something bigger. And I was like, I got to do something more. We got to cure this thing. Pancreatic cancer is, it's like, I think it's the third leading cause of cancer death, may even be the second. And only, I think it's like 10% survive after 5 years. It's getting better. It was 5% when I started. So, it's helping. All this awareness we're raising and funds we're raising, and all the research is helping. We're getting there, but still it's and there's hope. I'm seeing more and more survivors all the time, so I love that. And that's when I had the idea. I was like, I had seen one guy at the time do 52 marathons in 52 weeks, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna raise $1 million to help cure pancreatic cancer. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm going to do it. No one's going to stop me. And I just had my whole schedule picked out in like 3 hours. Was so inspired.
Wow.
And the first marathon became the Rome Marathon. And there it is. That's it. And that's the spirit of the marathon movie. You can see it. It's hard. But anyways, that was it.
So you said your fundraising goal is $1 million. So the next question is, why did you choose to advocate for the Hirshberg Foundation?
Well,
them in particular.
Absolutely. That's a great question. Thank you. I not only advocate for them, but when I started this whole journey, I started all of the charities. Can I just say thank you? They're all amazing, and we appreciate everything they do. They're on the front lines every single day fighting for a cure. And so there's so many wonderful charities out there, like the Hirshberg Foundation, the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, Project Purple, Lazarex. I've fundraised for these 4 charities and Dana-Farber, and total to date, we've gone over 700,000. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And, we're getting closer to a cure, which is the main goal. It's not just the money. It's like, okay, so when I ran LA Marathon on my 52nd marathon, mile 22, it's called the Purple People Party, right? Purple People. So it's just like right there on San Vicente, when you make that turn on to San Vicente.
Oh, wow.
That's the Hirshberg Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer. They also have a Hirshberg training team that you can run with, and they are an official charity for the LA Marathon. And I'm like, I need to run for them because, me and the LA Marathon are very close. As you know, I love the LA Marathon probably more than a lot of people. I have a lot of love for the LA Marathon, no matter what the course, might I add. So when the Hirshberg Foundation, I found out more about them, and I was like, I think I'm gonna, start raising money for them now, because they're LA Marathon and they're all amazing. And so here we are. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you did. So you mentioned a little bit about your book, which we both read. Actually, we listened to on Audible, which is amazing. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do it yourself, and it's like you were with me on my commute for about a week or so. So because we live outside of Santa Monica. So I go from about an hour and a half to my house to Santa Monica every day.
Great.
So, so side note, the person that we see here is not even close to the person that you describe in the book from your beginning, your childhood, teenage years, 20s. So it is mind-blowing to see the person you are now. And so we highly recommend people listen to that book, read that book, whatever they can do, because it is something, it'll inspire you. Let me segue into this next question here from that book. What is the best quality you've learned about yourself through this journey of being the marathon goddess?
I think that probably that I'm stronger than I thought I was, or stronger than I knew. I think the best part about the journey is that it wasn't about me, is that it was about the people that I was running for. And that's what the transformation that really, really came to define my running, that it wasn't about me or my qualities. It was more about like every person that I ran for, I dedicated each race to somebody, and like learning about their life and their journey, and that connection that, you know, I would get to them and their families. And some of the pancreatic cancer, some people who had it or survivors would run with me.
Oh, wow.
And it was such a beautiful thing, you know, to make that life connection with someone. And I think that's probably the best quality, that it turned out, you know, it wasn't about me anymore. It's not, this is about them. And these people inspire me, and the races are fun. And so that was a beautiful thing, you know, that transformation. It's, you know, I used to be all real. I mean, I still am a little bit into, you know, insecure or whatever, but when you shift that and you make it so much bigger than yourself, that's when the miracles happen. And that's where my quote comes into play, is when you do what you love for those you love, that is when the miracles happen. And I think that, you know, being able to finish those 52 marathons in 52 weeks without any like major injuries is a miracle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the fact that I was able to keep my full-time job is a miracle.
Oh, yeah.
I think the amount of money that we've raised is also a miracle. And these survivors, of course, are miracles. And so it's a beautiful thing, and it's still going even after these marathons. We're not stopping until we have a cure.
Yep. And you're gonna hit that 1 million. You're gonna hit it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe even this year. Nobody knows.
Never know.
So on to the next question. What adventures are you currently working on, and how can people reach out to support your efforts?
Thank you for asking. Well, first of all, if you want to make a donation to the Hirshberg Foundation for pancreatic cancer, I have a link on my website, marathongoddess.com, where you can go donate. It goes directly to the Hirshberg Foundation. Or if you want to go on there directly, you can go to pancreatic.org. Okay. But something else super exciting is happening that totally lit my soul on fire. Again, I'm not excited at all. Can you tell? Okay, so my running began like really when my whole world opened up, is when my dad actually suggested that I train with the LA Roadrunners, and this was back in 2008 or 9. And then I became a pace leader, and it was life-changing. I mean, to be able to help all these runners, you know, and cross the finish line and reach their goals, there was really nothing like it. In fact, I have a picture of my group.
Pictures.
Wow.
That's the group of the 2011 group. So 2011 group 6. We were okay, so you can see I was really fired up about the Roadrunners.
Yeah.
Well, before you go into the thing, I have a question. Being a pace leader, this sounds very stressful. Is it?
Well,
like I'd be scared of going too slow when people passing me.
It's fun. I mean, you're not by yourself. You have a couple other pace leaders on you, and you know, sometimes the runners will yell at you if you're going too fast or you're going too slow. And I would wear 2 watches. I'd be like, no, I'm doing, I'm good. I have 2 watches, and it was really fun. Sometimes it was stressful when you had like so many people behind you and you got to make sure, everyone's safe, but they have all the routes are planned out, and they have people out there making sure, you're safe when you cross the streets and all that good stuff. So it was so fun. Really, really opened up my whole world of, that was also life-changing to be able to help all these runners reach their goals. And I ended up meeting someone there who was like super popular. He's like this pace leader that I could never even talk to because he always had people around him.
Oh, wow.
Like had to wait in line to talk to him because he was so knowledgeable. And
Yeah.
then I ended up marrying him.
Yay.
Let's meet this guy.
It's David Levine, and he happens to be right here, and he was just brought on as the new head coach of the LA Roadrunners. Yay,
Wow, where's he
David!
at?
Amazing.
Hey, David.
Congratulations.
Sorry.
So you're the new head coach for the LA Roadrunners.
I was just asked about, Friday, a day ago, it became official that I am the head coach of the
Yay.
LA Roadrunners. Yeah.
Wow.
And I will be creating these schedules, some today.
And this is his assistant.
This is my assistant, Daisy.
Oh.
She's a
Not that purple thing. This one.
4-month-old
me.
puppy.
This.
If you were to pay $35 for the LA Roadrunner training and not in person, where you get a t-shirt and a schedule, I'll be the one creating the schedule.
Wow.
Oh
So yeah,
He has a lot more. Yeah.
and the in-person group I'll be the head coach of, and I'll be doing presentations and expos for the LA Roadrunners and the marathon and that kind of thing.
And he also co-wrote.
Not wearing this shirt, actually.
And that's his other group in Griffith Park.
I will be wearing all ASICs head to toe, but
Uh-huh.
this
Awesome.
morning I was in Griffith Park with my group.
Yeah. So he brought me in as a pace leader, and then he left.
What?
He went to Griffith Park, and now he's back. So I'm so excited that he's back. And he also co-wrote the
Love
Complete
it.
Idiots. Wait, he co-wrote the Complete Idiot's Guide to Marathon Training, and maybe I'm the complete idiot. I don't know.
No.
Aw.
Oh my gosh.
Very knowledgeable. And the only time that I ever qualified for Boston was when I listened to him and followed his schedule. But then I got married to him, and then I don't listen to him anymore, so I haven't qualified.
I've learned that's how it goes, David. Yeah, once you get married to them, they don't even listen to you.
Yeah,
They
so
you're not even there.
Start listening again.
What are we gonna do about this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's another show, I think.
Well, speaking of another show, for the person watching this, we are going to be interviewing David in a future episode. So click the link up here if it is available yet. If not, it'll be out soon. And we're going to talk to David all about what it's like being the head trainer for the LA Roadrunners.
Great. Thank you.
What good info.
I look forward to it. And I give you back to Julie.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Bye, David. Love you. Just like in the spirit of the marathon. Bye, David.
Bye.
Love you.
Okay, so that was fun. So now let's get to our last question.
Okay.
So in this question, we want you to, I know you've already done some amazing things. You've done 52 marathons in 52 weeks. You've raised almost $1 million, 3/4 of the way there. You co-hosted with The Thing in your videos.
We are going to check out.
Oh yeah. And there are going to be some videos at the end of this with The Thing. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so with that said, get that out of your mind, but we want you to dream bigger, even bigger.
Okay.
So what is your most audacious goal, and how do you want it to impact others in a positive way?
Oh, that's a great question. I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and now that I'm a grandma,
Oh,
and I have 2 little granddaughters. They're amazing, and I want to inspire them. And I also, I love inspiring people, and it's like, how am I going to continue to do that? And I like to do things that are kind of extreme, and that's just me. But I don't know if this is just feeling of grandeur or what, but I feel like if I train smart, listen to David, maybe I could like one day win a marathon. Okay.
wow.
Like win. Okay. Like it's possible. I could be like the oldest, like, look, grandma wins, like whatever marathon, maybe not LA, but dream big, I could be the oldest. Why not?
No, we mean like not just in your age group, win the entire thing.
Yeah, because then you inspire so many people, all ages, like that quote from C.S. Lewis comes to mind. You're never too old or too young to set a new goal or dream a new dream, and so why not? I mean, and I said this today, even if you miss, what do you say? Reach for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
That's true. That's from Les Brown, one of my favorite quotes ever.
Oh yeah.
Love that. And so, if you win a marathon, all it's going to do is make your audience bigger, which makes a bigger impact on those you want to help. So
I think we could inspire a lot of people, even just striving for it, because that's truly where the joy is. It's in the journey. You don't know what's going to happen on race day. You never know. And, you could have a wonderful, amazing training season. Then you get to the start of the race and you trip, or you don't know, but just showing up and having that courage and that belief and that passion to get after your dreams. Other amazing things happen along the way, like, David and so that's good. And then I have to show you my books in case we
please
talk about that. But if you want to read about that whole crazy year and before and what happened before and after, you can check out my book on Amazon, and it's also Barnes and Noble. And then I did
on Audible.
Thank you. And I also did one for the kids to inspire the kids. And David also has a book, like I said, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Marathon Training. And so we're super excited and super pumped for this upcoming season as the United States opens again. I think we can all, meet safely, so it's a super exciting time. The races are coming back. We have like the Santa Monica Classic. We have the Rose Bowl Half. We have the Rose Bowl 5K. We have the LA Big 5K. We have the LA Marathon November 7th. And then we do it again in March of 2022.
Oh my gosh. So with that said, if anybody wants to sign up for any of those races, go to LA Marathon, sign up, and make sure you use Julie's code to get a 10% discount. All of her links will be in the description below with the book, the marathon stuff, her website, the donations, wherever. It's going to be all in the descriptions below. Julie, you're the true epitome of passion for action, and we are so thankful to have you be part of our show. And we look forward to meeting you in person, because we are an affiliate club of LA Roadrunners.
Thank you.
Meet you one day, and we are going to let David mold us into wonderful marathoners, right?
Only if he brings the thing.
Oh no, not Okay, well, thank you again for having me. It's really an honor, and thank you for your time. And I love what you guys do. You're wonderful, and wearing the purple and all of that good stuff. The passion is shining through for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, Julie.
Love you guys. Wait.
Bye.
Bye.
Here it comes.
Oh, Lord.
Ha!
Through the finish line anytime soon, and we've got the world famous Sting waiting here for her.
Oh no, they're on to me.
The one eye is kind of drooping now.
Yeah, it's a little wonky.
He's been through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, poor thing.
I left the finish line, but I think they might have liked me.
Search for Marathon Goddess on YouTube. You'll find a bunch of different races like San Luis Obispo number 2.
You're good.
Or whatever it is.
Nipples.
Yep.
Not completely disgusted by that. I don't get it, darling. I just don't get it.
It's so satisfying.
You get grossed out by seeing a little piece of spit on somebody's mouth.
I do. Yeah, I don't want to watch that spit string go back and forth.
Okay, until next time.
Damn.
Okay. Another phenomenal, inspiring, motivating conversation.
Yes.
I can't wait for everyone to read her book. I can't stress it enough. It is fantastic. It is just everything. So go check it out. Get it on Audible. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is completely, she's so transparent with her journey. You will be shocked at the person you hear that she used to be compared to what we just witnessed.
And check out her children's book too. It is too cute,
Yeah.
and it gives kids a really good idea of, positivity, and they can do anything.
Yeah, if you're not in the books, go donate to her fundraiser. Help her reach that $1 million goal. So,
We can do it.
yes, we can. With that said, if you know somebody who's using their passion for health, fitness, or running to make a positive impact, much like Julie Weiss is, please reach out to us because we want to spotlight them.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep, so you don't miss any other future amazing conversations like the one we just had. Until next time,
Sending light, love, and happiness. Mwah.
bye.